Good afternoon, everyone. It's Dakota from Everyday Life, the channel where we talk about everything that happens in our everyday life. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm a small channel and I'm trying to grow. Well, there has been 4 new cases brought on against Diddy. 4 new cases by attorney Tony Buzzby. You are not going to believe what Diddy and his cronies were doing. I am shocked, and it takes a lot to shock me. Well, there are now 4 new lawsuits against Diddy. Straight from Tony Busby's office, I'm going to read just some of it to you because it's a lot, okay? I'm going to read to you it's 4 defendants, but one defendant describes his assault, okay? Now, bear with me because you are not going to believe the end. Defendant Sean Combs routinely recruited individuals to parties and drugged them and sexually assaulted them and exploiting them. The conduct described herein is shocking and typical of the defendant Sean Combs. He was aided in his abhorrent behavior by numerous individuals and entities. Sean Combs conducted himself for many years as if he was above the law. He is not. The cases seek both compensatory and punitive damages for sexual assault and grape, we'll call it. We can't say certain words on YouTube, but you guys all know what grape is, okay? Sean Combs, okay. He loved dominance, okay? The whole premise of his existence was dominance against other people, men or women. It really didn't matter. And it says here that dominance and coercion was his main behavioral conduct, the way he conducted himself. He accomplished these acts through criminal enterprises built on the success of the rapper's production and record companies. Combs is one of the wealthiest musicians in the world. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? He's one of the wealthiest musicians in the world. Okay. Now we're going to continue because we don't need to hear everything. Okay. He is a 3-time Grammy winner, discovering and developing multiple musicians, artists, and was on the Forbes list as the highest paid entertainer in the world. But there was a dark underbelly of crime and trafficking and forced labor and kidnapping. And Pro 2. We'll call that Pro 2 because we can't say it on YouTube. Pro 2. Okay. Combs is a menace to society, to women, and to children. And I'm reading the court document, okay? While his wealth has kept him above his consequences for years, Combs now faces the awesome power of the American judicial system, ultimately a jury of his peers who will be asked to punish him for his deplorable and his conduct, period. Okay, it gets good. Please, just hold on a second. It gets good. Okay, I'm going to read what this plaintiff said they did to him. Okay, here you go. Okay, where are we? Oh, here we go. You know computers. All right. Okay, agents, employees, contractors use these businesses to sexually assault all of these poor individuals, okay? Members and associates of the Combs businesses engaged in a lot of these acts, okay? And as we all know what they are, trafficking and grape and all of the other things. Okay, now check this out. This is what you guys are not going to believe. Combs was doing his thing, talking to people, trying to ease them up, trying to get them comfortable so he can give them a drink. Okay? So this plaintiff, he says that after he got a drink from Diddy, the plaintiff soon began to feel disoriented. That's nothing new, right? Okay, listen, please listen. He started feeling disoriented, and the room started to spin. And then he started feeling confused. He attempted to remove himself from the situation and find a safe space. Someone held on to him and said, "Don't worry, I'll help you." The next thing the plaintiff remembers is that he was in a bedroom. Despite being vaguely aware of his surroundings, he could not move, he could not fight, he could not speak. Kind of like when you have a dream and your eyes are closed and you're aware of your surroundings, but you just can't move. That's what this plaintiff was feeling like. Plaintiff said he was paralyzed, feeling like he was trapped in his own body. Multiple men began to sexually assault him through sodomy and other forced acts. What? So you mean to tell me that Diddy was sodomizing people? I kind of knew, but now that I'm reading it and I know it's real, what? He is the devil. Okay? At first, I did a video previously saying that we don't know how we're feeling about Diddy. We are feeling indifferent, because we need to grieve, and everything just happened so fast, and he was like a staple in our past. No more. This mofo needs to be put under the jail, okay? You're sodomizing people. That could be somebody's son. Well, it is somebody's son, but that could have been Diddy's son or his father or his uncle or his nephew. And you're going to stick your thing in a man's ass against his will? Okay, I digress. Okay. The defendant, the plaintiff, he distinctly recalls seeing Combs above him, naked, of course, at one point during the assault. And the plaintiff was sodomized by 3 men. Not just Diddy, but by 3 men. Oh my God. I cannot believe what I am reading. I didn't know it went. I'm speechless. I didn't know that these idiots. You didn't think you were gonna. Okay. All right. See, now I'm getting upset. Okay, so that was plaintiff number 1. Okay. Now listen to what happened to plaintiff number 2. All right. Now I perused the court document, but it was just too much to read, so I just paraphrased it in my own words. Okay. Okay. This one, plaintiff number 2. Okay. Seems like one thing about Diddy though, it seems like when he's going around sodomizing people, you notice it's just him and a bunch of men. Where was Cassie? Where was Little Miami? Where was all the other women? There was hardly any women around. So it must be like a bro thing, Diddy is just a gay man, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. But, he tried to hide it. Just be who you are. Okay, check out the second guy. This is crazy. Okay, the plaintiff worked for Echo Clothing. And Echo Clothing was a rival of Sean John Clothing. And Echo Clothing, they had like a little spot in Macy's. Macy's is big, so Echo Clothing is a nice nice business, a nice enterprise. Okay, so this assault, this happened at Macy's in the stockroom. Macy's in the stockroom, Diddy? Really? Okay. This one says that The plaintiff says that he was cornered in the stockroom by 3 large bodyguards as well as the diddler in the stockroom. Okay? Then all of a sudden, he said that he felt something hit him in the back of his neck. In the back of his neck, just like you saw Cassie in the hallway. You notice how Diddy punched her in the back of her neck? But this guy says that it felt like it could have possibly been a pistol. So now they're pistol whipping people. Okay? Whew, this is too much. Okay, so of course he fell down in pain. He fell down in pain to his knees. And when he was down on his knees, he says that Diddy says to him, "Suck my D." Okay? All right, Diddy, all right. So he's telling people, it's like that. He's telling people to suck his D. Whew, okay. Diddy, okay, now this is the plaintiff talking verbatim, okay? Diddy forced his pee in the plaintiff's mouth. What? Diddy forcibly graped his mouth until the happy ending. Diddy was grabbing his hair and shouting at the plaintiff, "You like that, white boy?" So we know it's a Caucasian person, poor guy. Whew. When Diddy finished, he threw the plaintiff's head to the side and said to him, "Shut up or I'll kill you." This is a gangster. Oh my God. And guess what happened? After Diddy did this to this poor guy, he gathered merchandise out of the stockroom, and then he went out onto the floor of Macy's, and he started handing out merchandise to the fans as if nothing happened. Wow. All the poor guy did is work for the competition. That's all he did. He worked for the competition. So what did he get? He got raped. And I guess he's lucky he didn't get sodomized. So, and then, okay. So also, you would think that Macy's would have done something about it, but no. This is alleged now. Well, it's not really alleged because it was in the court documents, but I'm going to say alleged anyway. Now, guess what Macy's did? They wanted to fire the plaintiff. Instead of trying to help the poor guy out, they wanted to fire the plaintiff because at the present time, they had a multi-million-dollar deal with Diddy. Where is the justice? I can't take anymore. I swear to God. No wonder I'm dreaming about Diddy. Okay, so now not only is Diddy being sued, but thank goodness Macy's is being sued as well. And personally, if you ask me, the company that he worked for, the Echo, they should be sued too. But I don't know the part they played in not trying to help this young man. So at the present time, the young man has moved out of New York and he's still in fear for his life. Do you blame him? I would be as well. Okay, and it's also being said that, and this is just a sidebar, that a lot of the hotels, they had to be complicit, and I heard Kempire say this. The hotels had to be complicit because it's been alleged that when they had the freak-offs, that they would totally demolish the hotel rooms. And can you imagine how slippery everything was with the baby oil? And after they demolished the hotel rooms, then Diddy had his own private cleaners to come up and clean behind them. And the hotels were complicit. They knew about it all. Well, there's two more plaintiffs, but it's just a lot of the same thing. It's a lot of drugs. It's a lot of thugs. It's a lot of graping. It's a lot of sodomizing. It's a lot of control. It's a lot of ego. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of followers. It's a lot of flying monkeys. I never knew this kind of world existed. You know, back in the day, people would say, "Oh, they got famous by the casting couch, by sleeping on the casting couch." So, you know what? I think that this there before there was no internet. We didn't have cell phones, we didn't have internet. So God knows what was going on the casting couches. Most of those people are probably long gone or on their way out anyway. But now, this kind of casting couch, I would not want any parts of it. I wouldn't survive Diddy. I wouldn't. I don't know how Cassie did it. I don't know how Little Rod did it. I don't know even Gene Deal, who I don't think is all innocent, because I believe that if you're there and you're seeing things, that you should do something about it and not just stand there worrying about yourself. I got a problem with Gene Deal. And didn't he have an NDA? Why is he talking so much? You know, I don't know. But anyway, that's the story. I mean, it's a lot. And like I said, it's two more plaintiffs. What they just did to these people was just wrong. It's evil. It's sinister. It's taboo. It's horrifying. Oh my goodness. Well, that's the story. Like I said, there's four more plaintiffs. If I'm not mistaken, there's another two in the works. I think. You know, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. And that's where we are. So Dakota will keep you abreast. And please, like I said, give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Let me know anything that you want me to cover, and I will be so happy to do it for you. And I want everybody to have a good night.